How does the exchange rate influence import prices? Imagine you're shopping for a new gadget from another country. The price you pay depends not only on the seller's price but also on how much your country's money is worth compared to theirs. That's where the exchange rate comes into play. The exchange rate is how much one country's currency is worth in terms of another country's currency. It directly affects how much you pay for imported goods. When your country's currency loses value compared to foreign currencies, it takes more of your money to buy the same foreign products. So, if the domestic currency weakens by 10%, the price of imported goods priced in foreign currency roughly increases by that same 10% in your local currency. This means imported items become more expensive for consumers and businesses. On the other hand, if your currency gains value or appreciates, foreign goods become cheaper because you need fewer units of your currency to buy the same foreign product. This makes imports more affordable, which can help lower inflation and reduce costs for consumers and companies. The actual price of imported goods in your country is calculated by converting the foreign price into your local currency using the current exchange rate. If the exchange rate shifts, the domestic price of imports changes too. For example, if your currency weakens by 10% and the foreign price stays the same, the import price in your currency will go up by about 10%. But it's not always a straightforward relationship. Sometimes, even if the exchange rate changes, import prices don't move immediately or fully. This is because of what is called exchange rate pass-through, which measures how much of the exchange rate change is reflected in the import prices. Exporters may set prices in their own currency, which means when the exchange rate moves, the import prices change fully in your currency. This is called producer currency pricing. Alternatively, some exporters set prices in the importer's currency, absorbing exchange rate shifts to keep prices stable locally. This is known as local currency pricing. Usually in the short term, the pass-through is partial, meaning prices don't change fully with exchange rate movements. Over time, however, the impact tends to become more complete, especially for goods like manufactured products. Factors like inflation and how volatile the exchange rate is also influence how much prices change. If inflation is high or the exchange rate swings a lot, companies tend to adjust their prices more often, which increases pass-through. The types of goods imported matter too. Energy products or raw materials often react differently to exchange rate changes than manufactured goods. When the exchange rate shifts, it can influence the overall economy by affecting inflation and how much people and businesses buy and sell. If your currency weakens, import prices go up, which can push up consumer prices and lead to higher inflation. This might cause the central bank to consider changing interest rates to keep inflation in check. When your currency strengthens, import prices fall, helping to keep inflation low and making imported goods cheaper for everyone. Governments and policymakers watch exchange rate movements closely because they impact trade balances, inflation, and overall economic health. So, in simple terms, the exchange rate is a key factor in determining how much you pay for imported goods. Its effect depends on how companies set their prices, how volatile the currency is, and what kind of goods are being imported. All these elements work together to shape the prices you see in stores and the broader economic picture.